Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are from Group 6 with presentation about problem identification and problem formulation. Before entering the presentation, allow me to introduce our member. Next. This is Group 6 member. First, Paralaja Pradipta with student ID 111. Secondly, Ananda Fitrianta Susilo with student ID 113. Third, Nabila Virus Soliha with student ID 120. Fourth, Wigar Adi Masuk Mandaru with student ID 125. Next. In this presentation, we split this presentation with three chapters. In chapter one, we step in scientific method. Chapter 2, problem identification. Chapter 3, problem formulation. Next. In chapter 1, step in scientific method. Research is a process, namely steps that are carried on in a digest and systematic manner in order to get answers. The research steps must be harmonious and mutually supportive in order to get definite conclusion. Next. A. Identify and formulate problem. Identifying the problem is looking for the most relevant and interesting problem to be researched. After the problem has been identified and selected, then the problem shall be one, formulate in a solid and clear interrogative sentence. Secondly, provide introduction on the possibility on collecting data in order to answer the question in the formulation. B. Preparation of the thinking framework. The framework of thinking is a logical construction of thinking with arguments that are consistent with previous knowledge, then
has carefully compiled.
Next is hypothesis formulation. A hypothesis is a tentative answer to a research problem, the answer to which must be tested. Hypotheses are summarized or derived from the theoretical framework or conclusion. This hypothesis must be logical and based on facts. D. Testing the hypothesis empirically. Testing with inverse statistical tools and descriptive statistics to prove whether the theories are tested convincingly or significant or not based on the result of empirical facts testing or quantitative research. Testing without statistics to find meaning or qualitative research. Next. Conducting discussion. After getting the data is then collected. After that, data is processed and analyzed. This needs to be done so that we can get valid answer and conclusion can be drawn. After getting the data and the desired result, then the draw conclusion from the research that has been done. This aims to prove the truth of the hypothesis and answer the formulation of the problem. Next. Number 2 is problem identification. Problem identification is part of the research process which can be understood as an attempt to define existing problem and make this problem measurable and testable. Next. Problem identification. Many problems must be solved or answered through the research. Then, depending on the foresight of the research in identifying, selecting, and formulating. And we gotta practice a lot.
Three-step problem identification. Number 1, finding an existing problem. Number 2, identify the source of the problem. And number 3, creating issue, sentence, or problem statement that explain the problem that have been identified. Some of the function of problem identification as a form of encouragement from an activity from research to be the cause of a research activity to occur. Number 2, formulation can be done with development so as to get new insight. Number 3, now what needs to be discussed, what needs to be done so that it becomes a new work, result, or insight. Number 4, make it easier to determine which one should be priority and which one will only be a complementary part. Chapter number 3 is problem formulation. In problem formulation, it is necessary to identify and select the problem first. Identify the problem is looking for the most relevant and interesting problem to be researched. The sort of the problem can be obtained from reading, seminar, observation, personal experience, and feeling. Formal way of problem finding. Recommendation of a research. Usually, a research report in the last chapter contains conclusion and suggestion. Number 2, analogy is a way of finding problem by taking knowledge from the other field of science and applying it to the field under study. Number 3 is renovation. Renovation method can be used to replace components that are no longer suitable for a theory. Number 4 is dialect. In the case, mean counter of refutation. Extrapolation is a way to find problem by making a trend of a theory or trend of the problem at hand.
Number 5 is morphology is a way to examine the possible combination contained in a complex problem. Number 6 is decomposition is a way of elaborating or detailing a problem into its component. Number 7 is aggregation is the opposite of decomposition. Researcher can take the result of researcher or theories from several fields or several studies and collect them to form a more complicated, complex problem. Informal way of problem finding. Number 1 is conjecture or instinctive. Often problem can be found conjecture or instinctive without a clear basis. Number 2 is phenomenology. Many new problems can be found related to observable phenomena. Number 3 is consensus is also a source for sparking problem. Number 4 is experience. Without a doubt, experience is the source of problem. Form of problem formulation. Number 1 is form of one question. Number 2, the form of one general question followed by several specific questions. Number 3, the form of a statement followed by several questions. Number 4, form of hypothesis. And number 5 is form of general statement followed by several hypotheses. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.